All right, fans and techs, coming up, Legends Division Tag Competition with the Blade Runner, Sting, and the Ultimate Warrior set to go up against Lou Albano's team of George the Animal Steele and Bulldog Brower.
Next Legends Tag Team match. One fall with a 15-minute time limit. First, at a combined weight of 562 pounds, the team of Sting and the Ultimate Warrior. Together, they are the Blade Runners.
Tex, there's no way this one's not going to be good. You take these two face-painted powerhouses, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior, the Blade Runners, and you pit them against these two unpredictable wild men, George the Animal Steele and Dick the Bulldog Brower, and you got a recipe for sparks in the ring. You ain't kidding, man. Oh, man, Stinger and the Ultimate Warrior. Well, Ultimate Warrior has kind of gotten over losing the Legends World title to Roddy Piper and focusing his attention on tag team competition with the Stinger. You think we'll ever see him in Legends Tag Team Competition, Tex? Well, never say never around here, but of course the Ultimate Warrior and Stinger, when you put them together, they also tend to win their matches a whole lot. Yeah, but this is something of a 3-on-2 handicap match. Yeah, you got Stinger and the Ultimate Warrior, and you got George the Animal Steele and Bulldog Brower, but you also got Captain Lou Albano at ringside, so anything can happen. Danny, with Albano at ringside, anything can happen, and it usually does. Excuse me a second, Daniel. Yeah, what? Fire!
Their opponents, managed by Captain Lou Albano, at a combined weight of 594 pounds, George, the Animal, Steele, and Dick, the Bulldog Brower.
Captain Lou Albano is about the only guy I know who can keep Bulldog Brower and George the Animal Steele in line, second only to possibly classy Freddie Blassie. But these two, big, mean, just a little bit bent in the head, so you never know what you're going to get. With Bulldog Brower and George the Animal Steele come to town and partner up, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior, they're going to have to use all their skills to get past these two. Yeah, well, I can't think of two more capable people, Tex, can you? Probably not. Just the same, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior gonna have to stay focused, because the only time Captain Lou Albano doesn't cheat is when he's sleeping. Alright, it's gonna be the Stinger and the Animal initiating contact in this particular tag team matchup. As referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell, Animal charges. Warrior shoves him back. Wow, man. The Ultimate Warrior catches a kick to the midsection from George the Animal Steele. Just for the neck breaker, doesn't get it. Ultimate Warrior with a drop kick that barely phases the Animal. The Animal quickly countered again by the Ultimate Warrior. Another drop kick that drives George Steele against the ropes. The Ultimate Warrior being battled back here by George the Animal Steele. The Animal sets him up, suplex. George the Animal Steele with the Warrior down on the mat. Starts putting the boots to him. On the wrong side of town is the Ultimate Warrior too. Very close to the opposing team's corner. The Animal countered by the Ultimate Warrior with a knee right to the face. The Ultimate Warrior backing up a little step, and here comes the Stinger on the tag. George the Animal Steele takes him down with an elbow. Gathers Stinger up again, has him up, tries for the sidewalk slam, but Sting with the quick escape. The Stinger with a headlock punch on the Animal, turns him around. Hard whip into the corner, Stinger nails him with a clothesline. Here's a shoulder claw on George the Animal Steele, and on those thick trapezius muscles, Stinger's going to have to squeeze pretty damn hard. Oh, the Stinger in control of the Animal. Animal counters with a back body drop, follows that up with a stomp to the midsection. And now Stinger in trouble here, but too close to the ropes. Hold has to be broken up. Sting slams him down, rounds the Animal up again. Hard whip to the Blade Runner's corner. Oh, man, the Animal counters with a kick and finds his way out. Grabs himself a handful of Stinger, whips him to the corner. Sting quickly out of the way, but catches a kick to the midsection from George the Animal Steele. Steele on a mission to get him back into that corner again, but Sting with a couple of elbows says, nope, I ain't going. Can't convince me. Stinger whipped to his own team's corner now by George the Animal Steele. And now counter whip to the other side of the ring. Stinger counters again, catches a cheap shot from Dick the Bulldog Brower, and Lou Albano has already introduced a steel chair into the mix. George the Animal Steele takes a ride to the other side of the ring, courtesy of Sting. Here's a tag to the Ultimate Warrior. Here comes a double team from the Blade Runners. Double axe handle finds the mark across the arm of the Animal. The Animal counters a clothesline, puts Stinger into his own team's corner. The Animal rounds him up. Stinger shoves him away, delivers a couple of shots, backs the Warrior up. Ultimate Warrior with a kick to the midsection of the Animal, and a clothesline quickly takes him down. The Ultimate Warrior gets a hold of George the Animal Steele, and once more into the corner. There's another clothesline to the Animal, and he goes right down. Stinger watching as the Ultimate Warrior whips the Animal into the referee and the corner. Getting two for the price of one. There goes Walt Rothburn. Buenos noches. The Animal whipped to the opposing team's corner as the referee regains consciousness. Stinger comes in on the tag. Not a minute too soon for the ref to come back. Double team. Back body drop for George the Animal Steele as Sting takes over for his side. Animal back up on his feet. Gets a hold of the Stinger by the trunk. Snap suplex for the Stinger. George the Animal Steele imagines he's got some kind of fans here. I don't know. It's a crazy world. George the Animal Steele with a clothesline to the Stinger. Tags him with a second one. Rebounds off the rope. A beautiful kick. Yes, it's pretty agile for a guy as big as George the Animal Steele. Here's an arm drag from the Stinger. Stinger with a clubbing overhand right to George the Animal Steele as he beats it out of town. And here comes the one-man riot squad, Dick the Bulldog Brower and the Ultimate Warrior. Double axe handle to the Warrior takes him down on the mat. Tried for the headbutt, but Brower didn't get it. Got a knee instead. Ultimate Warrior tags him with a clothesline in the corner. Warrior covers. One. Just a one, and just barely a one at that. George the Animal Steele watching as his partner faces off with the Ultimate Warrior. Flying shoulder tackle. And down went Dick the Bulldog Brower. Brower winds him up. Another shoulder tackle in retaliation. And now into a blatant choke right in front of the referee. He's got a count of 5. It's all right. Doesn't matter. Ultimate Warrior gets a hold of Bulldog Brower. Has him by the scruff of the neck. Takes him to the Blade Runner's corner. Introduces him to the turnbuckle face first. And here comes the Stinger on the tag. Here comes another double team, double axe handle off the middle rope to the arm of Bulldog Brower. As Stinger takes over, he's got Brower up. Big time atomic drop and a big old hoot from the Stinger. Sting with an overhand right. And Albano getting into it with Stinger. The distraction works a treat as Brower gets a hold of him. Oh man, what a gruesome suplex from Dick the Bulldog Brower. A clothesline takes Brower down, followed up by a second one from the Stinger. A third one. Brower back up on his feet, but for how long? He's in the wrong team's corner. He counters and finds his way out. Gets a hold of the Stinger. Whips him to his team's corner. The Stinger finds his way out of the corner and counter whips Brower into the referee and into another corner. Man, we got 2 more corners left, Walt. Brower's down. Stinger rounds him up. The referee coming back to his senses. Bulldog Brower gets a hold of the Stinger. Catches a shot to the midsection from Sting. Sting takes him down. Here we go. It's Scorpion Deathlock time. And Bulldog Brower in big trouble. George the Animal Steele better come to the rescue or something's real bad's about to happen. That's it. Bulldog Brower has tapped out. This match is over and the Blade Runners have picked up a win over Steele and Brower by submission.
Here's the time. 6 minutes, 6 seconds, and your winners, the Blade Runners.
We both knew Texas was going to be a pretty intense ride, and it definitely was, but the Ultimate Warrior and Sting wind up getting the Duke, getting their hands raised, picking up the win over George the Animal Steele and Dick the Bulldog Brower, and well, they certainly had to earn it. And earn it they did. We have seen George the Animal Steele and Dick the Bulldog Brower decimate many an opponent, but Sting and the Ultimate Warrior, they're a different kind of breed, man. You bet they are. Stinger and the Ultimate Warrior picking up the win over Brower and Steele in what was a pretty exciting Legends tag match. Coming up, ladies division competition, our only ladies match on the card. Stick around, that's coming right up.